Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
When you hear the bell, you know what's up next. It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve Benz here in Chicago, sitting back, enjoying what's going on. And in our remote studios, somewhere down south, we've got Eric Black. Eric, what is going on, my friend?
I'm just hanging out down south. Here's the thing, though. Every show, we have to decide whether or not this is going to be a pants kind of situation. And I'm going to be honest. It's questionable. It's questionable, this show.
It's been hot here in Chicago, and I've been going pants-free for days. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I got the new FTLs that are they're supposed to breathe better.
Uh-huh.
I feel that I'm breathing better. I'm taking deeper breaths, and ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You do.
Wow. That's really early in the show. That's
you know
amazing.
What? That's the earliest we've ever gone.
Ever
with
by
that.
far.
Yeah, that was the 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
Including ads.
Yep.
So if you didn't know, we are on Facebook Live right now, as well as YouTube and so many different places. So you can follow me, you can follow Eric. Up we are. I'm saying hello to everybody that's watching me already, and I'm sure you've got everybody watching you too.
I have a group of midgets that kind of hang out on my Facebook Live feed, so I'm okay with it.
Do we need to have a under the desk or console camera for both of us? Would that be interesting?
Not over here. Not over here. I think that would probably, I don't think anybody would like that, actually. I'm fairly certain no one would enjoy that on my side.
I think they would if we had matching striped undivar, as my mom would call it.
Undivar. Okay.
Or gotchkis. That was the other thing my mom calls them, gotchkis.
Okay. All right.
So she would look out, when we were kids, look outside, and we had an older couple that had a clothesline. And they would be hanging out their gotchkis. Those are rather large grandma gotchkis.
Oh.
And as kids, we would try to hit them with wiffle balls and stuff and see if we can get them caught in the panties.
Did you realize where they had been before?
No, we didn't, because we were confused by the days of the week.
Oh,
on those.
I see. Yeah.
And right there. Here is a question for all ladies. Lord knows how we got to this subject. Why wasn't there a Saturday? There was a Sunday, but not a Saturday panty. And I thought Saturday night was all right for fighting and date night. Was Saturday date night or was it Friday? No, Friday was date night because Saturdays we went out the boys.
Which is probably why there aren't any on Saturday.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That makes sense to me.
That makes with the Velcro on there.
Yeah.
Just the tearaway, or as the ad said, the edible underwear. And there's nothing better than edible underwear with that tasty taste of grape.
All I'm saying is that's probably the best commercial I've ever heard in my entire life. Ever.
One of our proud sponsors. They're like, this really fits these two clowns.
Oh, man.
Can you believe it is the second week? We just had Labor Day. And we talked about that last week, did we not? Women are built for labor, so quit your complaint. I don't want to hear about your cramps, anything like that. So we're a week past that now.
Yeah. The death threats have subsided a bit, and life is moving forward. So that's good. The vest is not having to be worn all of the time now, just some of the time.
Look, you did not step up to defend me.
Because I don't want to get beat up.
So you fear the repercussions that would imply.
I don't fear them. I know them. I know them.
So if you want to have further discussion, you can find us in Nashville later this month.
Nashville.
Yeah, that's what's going on. You can find us at the Franklin Festival.
Yeah,
That's where we're going to be.
it's actually going to be kind of fun. There's a
They
lot
actually said we could show up. They actually gave us the thumbs up.
Yeah. And we told them exactly who we were, and they're like, "No, you're good. You're good." And we're like, "I don't think you know what's going on here."
Have you looked us up?
Yeah. And they said yes. They said they had, and they are all about it. And I said, "Well, then you are probably drunk, and you should reevaluate your choices at 10 o'clock in the morning." But
And then we need to be there both nights then if that's what's going to happen. So
if that's the case,
Yep. So anyway, so my point, because I never seem to get to a point,
true.
is that from labor, oh, it hurts, push it out, push the evil thing out of me. It's football season now, so.
I think I heard that with a couple ex-girlfriends I had. Yeah.
Eric, what do you mean you're done? I didn't feel anything. Well, I'm in the next room, so I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm just wanted to keep you informed.
So, wait, I was supposed to be in there too?
Well, I mean, eventually we were going to introduce you into the mix, but, just calm down. Just take it easy. We're
Right.
slow. Just chill.
Because I would think the lady screaming out your name you have a good name for that moment.
Eduardo? Oh, my name. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Eric.
Well,
Yeah.
Eduardo, you can't. That's hard to spit out, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Eduardo.
I'm just saying that seems decent to me. I'm okay with that.
It doesn't work with Steve. Come here, Steve. Come jump on me, Steve.
Stefan. There you go. Fixed. Done. You're welcome.
but Stefan, it start to slur a little bit. They're like, Stefan.
Well, maybe you should stop dating younger girls. How about that?
Is there a problem with that? Makes us feel youthful.
Just saying.
Look, if they need help with multiplications, I'm right there. I'm there to help.
Wow. You did well in math, I see.
I did. I've got an app now to do all of that.
Oh, they gave you an app too, huh?
The education of our society. So to NFL back, I know that you are a big NFL. Do you play the fantasy football stuff?
Oh, no.
See,
No.
I think you look like a fantasy football guy.
No, I'm a real football guy.
Yeah,
I don't have time for fantasy football. I barely have time for real football.
Maybe what we need to do is set up a know-nothing fantasy team where they could just pick us 11 times on the team.
Yeah, because the whole
sense.
fact that I just said I'm not doing fantasy, that seems like a good idea to go ahead.
No, we have to. Maybe we
Of
should.
course we do. That makes sense. Eric doesn't want to do it, so let's go ahead and do it. Sounds great.
Is that how our prep meetings go? Eric doesn't want to do it, so we're doing it anyway.
How many are in favor? Okay, and how many are not? Eric, you don't count, so we're going to go ahead and do it.
That's right.
Thank you for that. That's awesome.
I think Eric's napping. I think that's what's happening.
Jeez. No love. No love.
You know, I must have been asked at least over a dozen times to join a fantasy league of some sort.
Gosh.
I don't get it.
I remember when they were free. Now you have to pay stuff for it.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole premise of it. And maybe that's why I never win any of those. I don't win the squares. I don't do any of that. I just can't seem to win. And then the women that have the least amount of interest win. Why is that?
Because they're women. They have some sort of magical secret power
Yeah,
that
that's true.
they just know how to win, I guess.
That's true. Or we just want to see some jumping jacks because we're health fanatics.
Yes. Healthy first, football
Yeah.
later.
I was going to bring on a friend of mine, male model Seth, to explain. He's a male model, and he's one of my friends on Facebook.
Male model Seth.
And he's really into the fantasy football. So I thought he might be the perfect person to explain it to us, and yet he was busy.
Busy? Does he actually know who we are? Has he been privy to this information? I'm so sick, and I cannot work like this.
He said something about that he actually has a job.
No,
so right there it is.
a model. He's a model. First of all. Second of all, we should still have him on the show. He's probably a great guy.
I do. I was going to have him Skype in the whole works, and I had a feeling he might be confused because his Skype name is Male Model Seth. So if you guys see him on my Twitter or my Facebook feed, say hello.
Yeah.
So I hate him because every time we kind of sit back, and I'll have a good breakfast when I meet up with him in the morning. Okay, he's already run 10 miles.
To meet up with him, or when you meet up with him?
When I meet
breakfast to simply meet with him, or you're getting together with him and having a good breakfast, big breakfast. I'm confused.
Now you've made me more confused. So I'm at breakfast, and not Eric, and Seth is there. You're an ice hole.
This is going well. I like
You're
it.
an ice hole. So we're having breakfast, and Seth shows up with his entourage. Okay.
Right.
And he has, I just have your traditional 8 eggs over easy.
That's traditional.
Which is how I like my fans. Get upset.
8 eggs is traditional.
Well, I come from a big family.
I guess from you, yeah, that's fine.
Well, the eggs are small now. They're not very big. So you got to have some type of meat of some sort. Potatoes, right? Or pancakes, something of that sort, right? And him on the other side, which I think would be very much like you. He might have poached eggs or just egg whites. And I see you right there, and I just want to slap him.
Right. Well, I mean, the good news is I like my eggs still chirping, so that's not really my thing.
But his entourage is like going, do not break that yolk. Do not break that yolk.
Oh, speaking of entourages, so we're going to go to this festival at the end of this month here in Franklin. I think that we should just immediately start getting people to follow us around for like an hour. I want to get like 30 or 40 people. We're not even doing anything. We're just walking around, and we have an entourage of like 30 or 40 people.
I like that. We need some volunteers then.
I like it. It's good.
You know what? If we can get people to volunteer, we'll get them shirts.
We'll get them shirts, yeah.
We'll order them some no-nothing shirts.
Beat somebody up to get the shirt, but we'll get you a shirt.
Look, the things we can do with shirts, I really don't know what that means, but...
Well, here's another question we got from my Facebook feed.
Okay.
Trina said that eggs, not a question, Trina said that eggs are huge in Texas. Well, that makes sense because I feel like everything else is big in Texas as well.
Yeah,
so why wouldn't? So you eat 8 eggs, so maybe you'd only have like 2 or 3 there.
That's true. That's very true. When I was in San Antonio, I had the largest steak I've ever had in my life.
It was like half a cow.
It was 30 ounces, and that was a small cut.
Wow.
I was like, and the baked potato was as big as my head.
Well, that's a pretty freaking big baked potato.
Because I have a ginormous head.
I'm watching it right now.
And I was watching families next to me woof it down like it was a mini cheeseburger.
Were they bigger people?
Well, yeah. But
everything's bigger in Texas.
They did pull out their own fork and knife, which was nice. I thought you were
going to say. I'm glad you went that route. That's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. You know, you always really want to make this a bad show, and it's bad.
Listen, I do what I want. Do what I want, when I want, how I want, as long as somebody says it's okay.
So, do we have volunteers already for our the festival? Now, is the festival the 24th and 25th, right? Those were the right dates, or 25th and...
I think it's the 25th and 26th.
No, 24th and 25th.
There's probably something on the 24th.
Yeah, Saturday, and 25th is a Sunday. And my good friend John Oates, who is now on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Daryl Hall are the headlining group. So we're going to see them. I'm going to introduce you to them, Eric. So be very, very nice to John. He's very cool, not very tall. So no short jokes.
Is that a good idea? Does he... Maybe you should warn him first.
I did. First of all, I told him you were mute.
Well, that's probably best.
Wait a second, Steve. He's your co-host and he's mute. Makes for great radio.
It works perfectly. Yes.
And if you've seen the Skype, if you've seen the video, And I have to give you kudos. Much love to you do the video editing, so everybody have to give much love to Eric for that. That looks really good. You do a really fine job with that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll be getting better too. I got some new toys I'm working with as well, and looking into some other things. So it's only gonna get sexier.
It's good to know that you've got more toys. That's really inspiring.
So we are actually live, and I don't know which. There's like 5 cameras in front of me right now, and I feel like I'm in front of the media, and they're about to harass me for something that I did to somebody. But we're live on Facebook, of our own Facebook pages. We're also we're going to be having a video later on of this, not only from Facebook, but we're also recording this, so you'll be able to watch this on demand later.
Yeah.
And if you would like, you can also go to our Facebook page. So if you think, or our YouTube page. So if you think this show sucks for some reason, you're probably right.
There's a lot more.
There are a lot more that you can choose from to kind of sway which way that day really sucks. By going to our YouTube page, which is Know Nothing Show on that YouTube situation. Just go into that little link bar thingy, and you can find us all up in there.
That's good. It's great late night stuff. If you guys, because all the reruns going on, just watch a few episodes. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Someone just posted up on my Facebook feed. They're trying to decide: do they go see Nelson? Remember the band from the '90s with their one hit, or us?
I don't. How is that a question?
I'm confused. Me too. So
somebody from the '80s or somebody from now.
So just
we're current, and this is new and fresh, and we are what's happening in the youth today, all over the world. We are renowned for the crap that we dig out of our face hole, and people enjoy our show. People think that we're just kind of spicy tuna, that we go well with anything, and they are completely wrong. And we'll go ahead and accept that. But whatever. I mean, you can do what you want. It's kind of the same music and music, but we're, I guess, not singing. Maybe we are. I don't know.
Have we decided? We could be.
There are multiple stages.
But you won't let me join the band.
Well, that's true.
That's I Hate You For. Now, Nelson they've been on my other show for the other station and stuff. So they're very cool guys. I did meet them. They are shorter than they appear. And I mean that nicely.
So their live show?
They're up on a higher stage. Okay? Mm-hmm. So usually what stages are, 5 feet?
3 feet.
6 feet, something like that? Not a lot of the big, I guess if you're outside, they're higher because you got a bigger stadium.
If you have to take an elevator to the stage, that's going to be an awesome stage.
Yeah, but, they get up there and then they step up on a box so you guys can see them. Their hair, they still have big hair, but very nice guys, though.
They still have hair?
Yeah, they actually do. Gunner is pretty. He's the guitarist guy, so he was pretty. I mean, they were both really, really nice guys. Yeah. So I'm sure if people saw you and I next to the brothers Nelson, they would be confused.
I think there's going to be enough confusion on our own.
Security whisking us away.
They're not sure why we're doing what we do. I'm assuming security is going to be called a couple times.
Yeah, but we're going to have media badges, so people they're going to have to back away.
Going to get confused. They're going to think that we're not supposed to be there, and we're going to record every minute of it because we need content for the website.
Right. We're going to have the live Facebook feed, so as the police come to get us, I'll be like, right here, we do not need, like when I was in L.A., no Rodney King stuff.
No.
Don't make me roll around, scream like a little bitch, and you haven't touched me yet.
And I've already got the guy on the motorcycle. He's got a partner, so he'll be driving. He's got a guy that's going to be riding backwards on the motorcycle, filming while the police car races through town. It's going to be kind of like a Triple X type situation where the movie not the other stuff, the movie Triple X. Pervert. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. We're probably going to end up being even bigger celebrities than we already are.
Yeah. TMZ's got to follow us around.
Yeah. I'm kind of sick of them following us around. And by us, I mean I'm following them.
That's why we need to have the After Dark. I thought that was a good idea. Know Nothing After Dark. I like that. Like this show. If you by the end of this month, it's going to be dark when this show airs.
Yep.
Right there says it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, ladies, you might as well just start disrobing right now.
We have. Just saying.
There's some truth in all of that.
Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Just trying to be real with my homies.
Well, maybe that was a little too real.
Well, you don't know the line until you cross it. And we'll continue to cross it.
Is that our tagline for Know Nothing?
So, yeah, we should probably change that. You don't know the line until you cross it.
Yeah. Listen to this show just once.
Yeah.
Just once.
Just once.
And with all our affiliates, I promise, I'm gonna shout out to all of them. I promise that the show will be posted on time from now on.
Sure.
Yeah, just shut up.
Sure.
Just shut up. Take us to break.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said earlier, we are live on Facebook. We are also going to be filming this for later, and you can find that on YouTube. You can just search the Know Nothing Show. Get in their little search box right there. But we've got a lot more good stuff coming up. If you want to find us on Twitter, on Facebook, Know Nothing Show there as well. And I think we can probably post some stuff up there, maybe a link or something to one of our Facebook feeds or whatever. But lots of great stuff. We're still talking about stuff. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we need to get done. Stuff is happening. And I'm very excited. You should stick around. We need to pay some bills. Know Nothing Show. Be right back.
Welcome back to the Know Nothing Show. Steve Benz, Eric Black. I'm here in Chicago. Eric is far, far away over in Nashville. That commercial just cracks me up. All right.
You know what? We get some really good commercials. I'm ready for some new blood in commercials, man. I don't mind listening to those.
Yeah, those are when they send us the beer ones, those are always the best. I always hoard those.
Right.
Because it's appropriate. Because gravity takes over. Wait a second. I kind of just stole his voice, I think.
Well, I'm sure he'll be sending you a check.
Oh, residuals. I think my smallest residual check was for a penny. So
wow.
That made me go right to that $1.49 Burger King menu for the nuggets. So.
Right. And it probably cost them more to get that to you
than
it did to actually worry about that.
Of course, then I asked him, I go, how about direct deposit?
Yeah. Come on.
Save the 46 cents, my friends.
Jeez.
All right, so we've got Know Nothing. This is the greatest show ever. You can find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter, wherever it is. You guys can just send us a message. At any time, if you guys like, you can either send a message to the mothership at 312-880-WSDI. That is the main studio. So, all right. So hello to everybody up on Facebook. Hello to everybody up on Eric's feed as well. I don't know. Is that weird? Is it weird that we're both on at the same time? And is anybody like matching us up?
Well, the thing that's making my head turn is one, the muscles in my neck, because I can do it this way and then I can do it this way.
Yeah.
But the thing that's really weird is that we're recording two separate things, but we're also recording another thing for later. So you'll have multiple things to view depending on how you would like to view it. You can either view mine, you can view yours, or you can view it together. Look, we're all about options, okay? We're here for you. We want to support you.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you are taken care of with the very best radio show alive.
Radio, TV, the whole works.
I think we're doing.
One of our fans on my side has us on the big screen right there. That's scary.
That is a little scary. I would make sure the kids are getting ready for bed, get them out of the way, because I have been known to scare a child. It's true, and kind of.
But some of them said they want a happy birthday shout out. I'm not sure to whom. This is Karen. Happy birthday to you. And other people said that we look really young today. It's amazing what a brush and soap does.
It's amazing what a good BM does. That's all I'm saying.
Makes you look thin.
Seriously. Seriously.
Dropping the deuces.
So we're all familiar with flying, right? Like going someplace via an airplane.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I recently did that. I was helping a friend move, so we drove from here to Kansas City, and I flew back from Kansas City.
All right.
Well, about a week prior to that, I decided that I should get my license updated because I live in Tennessee. And
driver's license, not flying, right?
Not flying. Okay. Not flying. Yep, driver's license. No, you don't want to see me fly yet. So I went in, did the whole process. You have to basically, there's an act of God situation to where that's the only thing they'll allow is if God comes down and tells me this is you, then you can get a new license if you're out of state. Got all that taken care of. Except here, and I think they're doing this the majority of the places now, is they gave me a paper copy first, and then they're gonna say like in 3 to 5 weeks they'll mail me the actual copy, and I'm like,
all right.
What? All right, whatever. Cool. No big deal. I asked them, I said, I'm getting ready to go on a plane, getting ready to do this, getting ready to do that. Is this going to work for all of these situations? Yep. So I get to the Kansas City airport, and I walk in there, and you go into this little line. By the way, the Kansas City airport, stupid. Just a stupid airport.
Just bomb it? Is that what you're saying?
It is
horrible.
Kansas City. This has not much to do with that, but it's still a stupid airport.
Okay.
So I'm going in there, and I'm in the line for all these sluggish people that are in this line waiting on the next TSA agent to get free so they can go.
Okay.
He says, "Hey, come on down here," and I said, "All right, I don't mind if I do." And I walked down there to the gentleman. And he said, "Can I see your ID and your ticket?" And I said, "Absolutely. That's why I'm handing it to you. It's in front of your face right now. All you got to do is take it." He didn't like that, but whatever. We got through it. He has my paper copy of my license in his hand, and he's trying to scan it. And I don't know if you know this or not, but it is not scannable because it is a paper copy. There is a thin layer of plastic or cellophane that they put over the actual license that helps you scan it. It also has a watermark in there. This does not. So he's like, "Oh man, that's kind of weird." And then he realized that it was a paper copy, and he's like, "Oh man!" And immediately I knew my life is gonna suck for at least the next 30 to 45 minutes.
Right.
So he's like, "I got to call my equivalent of a manager," and I'm like, "Great." So we're waiting on this person to come down. They finally get there. And the first part was kind of cool. So she looks at it. She's like, "Okay, well, this isn't actually acceptable ID." And I said, "Well, actually, your friends over at the DOT said that it was, and that's why I'm here talking with you right now." And she said, "Well, just so you know, it's not. So all of you out there, it's not an acceptable form of ID if you're flying, apparently, because anybody can make it at home, as opposed to a regular ID where apparently no one can make it home."
Right, because we never had fake IDs.
Cool, yeah, never. And we did not make them at home. Fine. So she's like, "All right, well, do you have any other ID on it or any other things of forms of ID?" So I showed her like 18 different things. She's like, "Okay, come with me." So this is the cool part. I passed like 30 people to go to the front of the line to go through the little scanny thingies. So, which was awesome. So I put all my stuff in the little basket, as you do. Right. I put my backpack on there. I took out my laptop per their instructions, and we sent it on through. Sort of. It stops. Everything is all together. All my stuff is all together.
Okay.
It stops, and they like do that little, because they're like, "Back it up, go for it, back it up, go for it." And I'm like, "You have got to be freaking kidding me." So they think that I'm a terrorist for some reason because I just have a paper license. And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." But I still have this other TSA agent right next to me guiding me through. So I'm passing all of these people. I have no shoes on, no belt on. They've taken all that crap. I'm no jewelry, nothing except for these little lovely lip rings here. Apparently those are fine. So I walk through, and this guy comes up to me immediately, and he's like, "Can you step over here, please?" And I know where he's pointing to, and it's not the place you want to go when you're dealing with the TSA. It's over this little area. It reminds me of Russia, because it's like you don't want to go there. It's a horrible place to be. Bad things happen. So here I go. So I walk over there, and they proceed to pat me down, like they do the whole pat down, which is
right.
I don't know if you've ever been patted down by a wonderful TSA agent.
I've been patted down by some of the best.
I had to have a couple cigarettes afterwards. That's all I'm
right.
saying. So they do that, but they also do like the gun residue or bomb residue test. Yeah. Now, so I did that, and
this is all in Kansas City.
All in Kansas City because I have a freaking paper license. That's legit DOT paper license. So that's fine. So then he's getting done, and he's like, "Okay, hold on right there." And I'd go to put my belt on, and another guy behind me says, "Oh, you're not gonna need that for a minute." And I'm like, what? And my butthole puckered a little bit because I was like, this cannot be good. There's nothing good about what's about to happen. It's like, okay. So I took my belt off. I had it halfway on, so I took it back off. And the another TSA agent said, "Hey, come over here," which was another area further back in Russia where you generally don't come out of. So we're over there, and they were polite. They said, "Hey, do you want a private pat down or a public pat down?"
Whoa.
And I said, "I would like everybody to watch this." So I didn't realize what was happening. So we go through the motions. He does everything all over again. This new guy pats me down. I have to have a couple cigarettes. We wait. We cuddle, and then he does the GSR whatever test. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. There's something in my back pocket. They go through the scanners again. There's something in my back pocket. I'm like, what could possibly be in my back pocket? Every time I go through the airport, I take off everything and I put it in my backpack. And then when I go to wait for my plane, I put it all back on.
Got it.
It's like, could possibly be in my, it was a penny. It was a penny. He's like, "Sir, is there anything in your back pocket?" And I was like, no. So I checked and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a penny." And he's like, "Oh my, all right, come on over." And then that's when all the chaos started happening. But long story short, it was on, and I was there early just by accident, like too early.
Okay.
And so all of this took about 45 minutes. So all of that time that I was pushed forward by this wonderful TSA agent actually didn't matter because now I'm behind 45 other people that weren't there before me. But I finally get through, and meanwhile, you're because you're stuck over there and you're getting patted down twice. Everybody that you in Kansas City, basically, you go through the security thing, and then all of the terminals are literally right there. You could go through the security gate, and then boom, you're at one of the terminals. Very weird. So obviously, everybody's looking at me like, so I don't know what to think about. I mean, I have the long hair, I have the piercings. They knew that TSA pulled me over twice, and wanted to search everything. They said, "Can I search in here? Can I do that? Can I do?" I was like, what if I say no? You're going to just arrest me. So go ahead and do what you need to do. So it was a very awkward 20 minutes of waiting for that flight. But once I got the flight, everything was fine because I got to go on a plane with these wonderful people. So it was kind of weird. Like, it was awesome because the stewardess and all those people had no flight attendants. Had no idea that this had all happened. So they were actually nice to me, but everybody else was kind of like, So
the lesson is smiling during the pat down is not acceptable.
Maybe not to them.
The giggling, which is what I do. The the Pillsbury Doughboy is not the right thing to do.
No.
Okay.
No.
A paper ID is for weed. I'm just saying that.
Yep. And you can't pat them down. They are not okay with that.
I think we should offer. It's kind of, I did that to one rather large black woman. She put her hands on me, and I put my hands on her, and I thought I was going to get like 4 weapons in my ribs.
Yep. It's good times.
Because I was like, girl, how about some Popeyes? You and I, right down there. Down the corner, some Louisiana cuisine.
Oh my gosh.
So at the end of this, avoid Kansas City's airport.
If at all possible. Oh, and the other thing is, too, right before I came on to go to the plane, I had spent 2.5 hours watching the new Bourne film. So I was thinking in my head, like, all the ways to escape. And I'm like, what? No, that we can't. I don't know.
I haven't seen that yet, so don't tell me the ending. Okay.
But I told the last guy to feel me up. I thought, well, since he's felt me up, I should probably have a decent conversation with him. That just seems...
Right.
Right.
I mean, you gave the opening. He got to second base. Always avoid third base, as they say.
It was kind of forceful, but I thought, you know what? We'll go with it. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you left the belt off. Third base was... The possibilities of third base was there.
I mean, really, the possibilities of Grand Slam, I think, were really there.
If they would have bought you eggs.
All I needed was some eggs.
Just saying.
That's really what this is all about, is circling around to something else.
Get all the way
I
back.
mean, I just wasted like 15 minutes just so we could circle around to eggs. And I think we did it really well. That's gonna be part of our reel right there. That's gonna be it.
Because if you listen to this show, just stay with it. We'll get back to the prior subjects eventually.
Yeah. We go off on tangents, but we'll come back. It'll be all right.
See, now, what they have here in Illinois is the federal government has said our driver's license do not meet the federal requirements to get onto a plane.
What?
So we've known that for 10 years now, that they do not meet the requirements because you have to have certain driver's license IDs. I guess half of the country has already done that. Us people here in Illinois, they're like, no, we don't want to do it because we're from Chicago. Okay. So right now they're talking about every person here in Illinois has to get a passport to travel. Now, I have a passport, so that's not a big deal. So before I left last year, I made sure I got a passport because I thought I was going to get stopped at O'Hare. If any of you have been at O'Hare, just be careful.
Or any airport in general, I guess, at this point.
You know, because we've got Midway as well, for here. But I'm just saying. Now, I have a suggestion for the entire world to make this really easy.
And they're all listening, America, by the way.
Now, I'm going to make sense right here. Wait a second. I just saw that reaction. You bastard. How about curious. A national driver's license and then just a background is different with your state? So then there's a national database.
First of all, that's way too simple, and that's never going to happen because if there's not at least 100 hours of red tape, it's not going to work. It's just simply not going to work. Because then we have to fire all 40,000 of those people.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. So,
but I want to be the guy at the gate that's just looking at the ticket and then looking at the ID. I want that job.
Well, you join the TSA.
At $22 an hour, I want that job. And with that thought, we're at our break. It is Know Nothing. Steve, Eric, after his long-witted great story. I'm just saying that was a great story.
I know.
We'll be right back. It is the Know Nothing Show. Ew, so gross. Steve and Eric, I can't believe we are just cruising through this show as always. Ew, seriously, so gross.
Hey, like whatever.
Just so gross. We need to have that. That actually another ad that's so appropriate for this show.
Well, I think the ads are all appropriate.
If you guys want to do an open for us, why not? Why don't we just throw this out to the fans? Record something on your phone, send it to us. It could be something as you're listening from wherever, you love the show, you hate the show, you think we could just suck it. Or you can make an ad. And then our email address, which I always get wrong. So, Eric, what is the email address?
KnowNothingBoys@gmail.com. And we do answer that. It takes usually about 6 or 7 weeks. So
we're on top of that.
We're all over it.
With our crack staff. All over that. So that is funny. 6 or 7 weeks. You're in rare form. That was good stuff.
Well, like I said, I had a really good BM this morning. So
it's good.
Running smoothly, if you know what I mean.
It's good, and you've moved up from the generic bathroom tissue. So,
you know what? Funny story. When we moved just recently to this new house we were in, we had packed all of the toilet paper, and then could not find it when we got in. Now, oddly enough, the only toilet paper that we got was our emergency toilet paper, which basically you go to the dollar store and you get. I think it's like a quarter of a ply. So you have to use half a roll just for one situation.
Right.
Did that for about 2 weeks because we simply could not find the TP that our bums required. And I'm going to tell you this. I love quilted. Especially after this whole ordeal. Literally, I just kept wrapping it around wrapping it around until I got something that was not my hand for wiping. But it's good. I'm happy now. Everything is going well. We got the quilted back. My bum is happy, and I'm happy because I just talked about poop on the air, and I'm overly joyful.
Now, are you into the quilted because of the bears?
I'm not gonna lie. The Bears kind of moved me forward. They got my attention, and then I moved on to okay. Well, these bears must know something. They live in the woods and they have to use quilted, so maybe I should go check this out.
Because the key of that is that it leaves nothing behind.
And it does not.
Did you like how I tied that together? Yes.
Not leave anything behind. It is all gone.
So that gets us back to our know-nothing bathroom tissue, which is the rolls that are the size of our hands.
Which is, I think, every bathroom needs a know-nothing.
Because for everybody that's watching, I have a large hand, you have a large hand. So if you show that up on screen for me. So if we get bathroom tissue in the shape of our hand, it gets in all the nook and crannies. Okay? So right there, it just cleans like nothing.
Hopefully you don't have that many nook and crannies needed for that.
Well,
that's just
saying. Or we can get a bidet. I would think that would be hard to use. I've been in some high-end hotels. It's like, so how do you use that?
I couldn't. I got rid of mine because I just hired a guy with a hose because I couldn't figure it out.
Well, if you're gonna get that, you got to use the sprinkler that goes.
Yeah.
That would be okay. So you just stand in one place and you wait for it to come back around the anus.
The anus, yeah.
Because if it hits really hard, you could hurt the crown jewels, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
So, which is better than the back and forth like slip and slide type thing.
Yeah. Because I was all like trying to wave with it, and that just I didn't last very long. It kind of fell over there and. Hospital situation.
No one needs that. No.
Yeah.
And then it gets us into the hose jokes.
Hose, yeah. Or if you're Canadian, hoser.
So, it's kind of like fill your hose. Just never mind. It's not even a good.
Yeah, that's for the late show.
It's bad. The after dark.
After dark.
Now, during the break, I did notice something that might have grossed some people out. I'm not sure if people notice it. There was a bug in my drink, and I drank it anyway. I'm just saying.
Protein. Definitely have some protein in there. I too had a bug over here, and if you review this whole thing, you're going to see me doing like this number.
A little wax on, wax off, right?
It's not. Yeah, it's not because I've gone crazy yet. It's simply because there was a bug in front of me, and it was I just needed to leave. I didn't hire him to do any kind of radio situation tonight, so I don't want him around. I told him to leave.
I did the one gulp bug swallow.
Was it everything that you thought it would be? I mean, was it?
But no gagging. There was no gagging. It just went right down.
Proud of you. You've come a long way.
Well, after the discussion of the pet down. Which is actually why I always wear rubber gloves. Leave no fingerprints. I am just suggesting that.
The TSA guys wore gloves.
Exactly. See? And you put a little talcum powder on there, so then you don't get that rubber burn.
Yeah, see, I made a mistake the last time because all I had around was cocaine, and so I put a little cocaine inside of there, and that was a.
But see, that's okay. That'll get you through the TSA booth.
Oh, it definitely. I ran through. So they actually had to catch me and come back and make sure I did it. It was
they'll be just like, hey, let's pat you down. Please come back again, sir. We need to test you again.
Again.
And then you go, whoa, wait a second. Why did you remove my belt? And the candles came out. The lights went down low.
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
That's what happens. And when last time I got painted down, lights went down, and just like that, a bow, 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 bow. Little Carpenters.
Right.
Nobody got that?
No, I mean I got it. I just was waiting for it to be over.
You know what? I really, you just sometimes.
Oh
sometimes. When we get to Nashville, sometimes. But that's going to be fun. You know, we keep talking about
I'm excited.
that. So.
There's going to be a lot of stuff we get to do there. A lot of interviews, a lot of chaos.
Yeah, because we're waiting on who we're going to interview other than Daryl and John Oates.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great bands there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do some live Facebook and Periscope for that. So that should be fun.
Absolutely.
That should be fun. So if people are actually going to follow along and show up there, let us know. We'll get some T-shirts for you guys.
Yeah.
Let us know what size you wear, and we'll get a smaller size, ladies. Just saying.
Ladies. And a couple guys I know.
Well, you know, when we walk around in a know-nothing Speedo, it's delicious.
That's what I'm sitting in.
People are like going, oh, look at Steve's burrito. It's double stuffed.
Wow.
Yeah, I just threw that one in there. I just shook it.
Oddly enough, you probably actually do have a burrito.
Is there a problem with that? Look at that extra cheese. Triple cheese. The new Taco Bell burrito with the nacho cheese in the middle. That looks stunning.
It does. It does.
My chair is creaking. Can you hear that? That is annoying the crap out of me.
Yeah, I thought it was just you getting old, but I guess that does make more sense.
No, it's not my knees.
Okay.
Not my knees. And you will see when we get together as I frolic through the festival, you will be, wow, he could have been that ballet dancer from Russia, whatever that guy's name was. Baryshnikov. Right? Was that his name? Was that the guy's name?
Absolutely. Sure.
Alexei Baryshnikov?
Sure. Sounds good. Let's call him
Any
that.
women out there that know dancing? I think I got that right.
Yeah. Sounds good.
If not, oh well.
Whatever. It's all good.
Oh well. So that's how it is. In the we could always wear the know nothing man prees, I call them.
Man prees. So shorts.
No, well, you know how the capris are halfway down the women's leg past their knee, and if it's very Euro trash, and I call them man prees. So as if you and I were in straight legs, I of course can't get straight legs past my knees. I would think you being in a band, you wear those jeans, don't you?
Sometimes depending on the show, depending on their rules of pants wearing. I sometimes wear jeans. Yes.
I mean, you just performed live last weekend, right? Or was it this coming weekend?
It was last weekend, and it's this coming weekend too.
So how'd that rock?
It was awesome. It was great. I mean, we haven't done that in quite some time. We've been in the studio, we've been writing, we've been recording all this stuff, and we're finally to the point where we're like, we should probably actually promote this. Now we've got our single out.
There's an idea.
Now we're playing shows, and we met up with this awesome band, Leaders and Kings. They are kind of like a pop rock type situation, but
all right, cool.
They have been very helpful. They've asked us to come along, and they love doing shows.
Awesome.
With us. Likewise to them, they're a great band. If you can check them out, they are everywhere. They just signed to a label here, and loving life. A lot of it. They're locals here. They're in Nashville, but. Yeah, man, it was fun. It was good to be back on stage. That's really where my heart is, where I love to be.
For a little bit, I thought you guys were just like Backstreet Boys. You guys were just studio singers. That's it.
We were. Yeah, we were.
Just saying.
And then we decided, I guess we should probably get out. We should probably go, promote the album.
Now, will you be performing anywhere when we're on the road in Nashville?
Usually around 7:45 or 8 o'clock, I do a show in my shower. I don't know if you're going to be around or not, but that's usually where it ends up being.
Nice.
And, the acoustics are amazing, so that's good. But you know what? I'm going to throw this maybe.
And I was thinking you took the stage at Chuck E. Cheese at 8.
Yeah, been there, done that. They love me there. I have a huge following. All the kids love The Mortal Rising.
They love Uncle Eric.
Yeah, because he looks like a bear.
Good old. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You are hairy.
A little bit.
Just a little bit hairy.
Yeah.
So as we get towards the end of the show, I think we may have to go 90 minutes or 2 hours. I think the fans are demanding it already.
I know. I keep getting people over on my side too, texts and all that stuff.
That or you're just saying, when are you guys getting off? Okay. Can we just listen to music now? Because you two are just going on and on and on about nothing. Hence, they don't get the show name.
Weird. Well, poop on them. That's all I got to say.
That's what I say. I just say poop on you, poop on all of you. Use the quilted.
You party pooper.
Versus when I was growing up, my mom bought Scott's because she figured out mathematically that Scott's was the most economical for our family.
Economical and comfort of the bum are two completely different things.
No, not in my family. So if you were howling because you were sore, no one cared because no one was listening.
I just was stating a fact. I kind of liked it.
And then in our bathroom growing up, before we head out of here, so we had 3 bathrooms in our house, or at least one of the houses later on. So it was a half bath, which was downstairs, and the fan was so loud it actually shook the bathroom. So you're like, so if we're younger, and it's like an airline landing. It'd be like, and then the flush was really strong. My dad put on this really sucking toilet. Like so my brother, one of my brothers, was literally stuck on the toilet because it sucks because he flushed while sitting on it, and you're like going, "Mom!" We'd laugh for years, and we still do.
Oh, that is good. He's still there to this day. That's sad.
And with that story, we have to get out of here. So take us out of here. Tell us all the social media, and then we start the music. So.
Well, you can find us online, Facebook. You can find us Twitter, also Know Nothing Show. So go to YouTube, search in their little search box, search Know Nothing Show. You can listen or watch on demand. Every week, we generally are live on Thursday night, 7 Central, here on WSDI. We're also syndicated as well. But if you want to tune in again, share this, share everything about us. If you like it, that's great. We'd love to hear from you. And just give us your opinion. We'd like to air it and make fun of you. Or, I mean, hear it and take it to heart.
It's time for us to get out of here. As always, Eric, always a pleasure. Guys, always stay tuned for what's going on next week. Until next time, Steve, Eric, we're out of here.